Monday, August 11th, 2025, and it is Yom Sheni, second day of the week, the 17th day of Av. 5785, Parshat Eikev. And this is the PL-89 Gematriatic Thought Calendar. And it is based on the time of the planet Mercury, and in no way associated with the mythological Roman deity Mercury, or God, lowercase g. But the reason that I changed it, I used to call it the Mercury calendar, but now in the Daf Yomi, they were talking about one who throws a stone at Merculus, which is Mercury, and so it's an idol. So I don't really want to associate that sort of thing, but it is a name, and a certain planet does have that name, has been given that name, and we have to call it something, and so that's what I call it. And it's also a chemical element called mercury, and it has to do with that as well. The connection between the chemical element mercury is that the atomic number of the chemical element mercury is 80, and the amount of boxes that you're looking at right here that is the purple and violet boxes are 80 boxes, because it's 8 times 10. So that's another connection to mercury that it has. And it's a gematriatic thought calendar, which means that every day has a box number, and the idea is to find gematriatic patterns that exist in a timely manner and that can connect one day to the other and can enhance memory, and possibly to discover something new that I don't know yet. In other words, it's an endeavor to mine something out that I don't know exactly what I'm mining, but intuitively I feel that over time there'll be something that is found in the process of using this calendar, and it's been in use for it's turning 13 years old this summer. I see people who they're having their kids or their boys are having a bar mitzvah, and I think, wow, these kids were born in 2012, and that's when this calendar was born, in 2012. And so, since I don't have any physical children, and this is sort of like I consider this a child of mine, I guess in a kind of a cute way, it's having a bar mitzvah this year. And so it's interesting that I didn't plan it this way. I just worked it over all the years, and just this year, the strong feeling came to me to start presenting it on a daily basis. It started this summer, July 1st this year, and it's a few calendars combined into one. It's the Gregorian calendar, like the regular secular or Christian calendar, or whatever you want to call it, Gregorian calendar, or secular calendar, and in which today is August 11th. It's also a Jewish calendar, Hebrew calendar, rabbinical calendar, on which today is Av, the 17th. And I've been noticing some very interesting things. Now, the numbers in the boxes are taken from verses. The numbers aren't from the verses, but the pattern and the order of how to calculate the numbers are coming from a verse, specifically the order of 8 and 9. And 8 and 9 are they're found in verses in the sabbatical year, Leviticus 25:20. This year is 2025. It's from Leviticus 25:20. Another interesting point. 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9. That's the sequence. So this is 8, 17, 25, 34. You would think 42, but this is not 42, this is 2, because it cuts off at 40 for several reasons. 40 is a big number in this, and 8 is a big number. They're 8-day weeks, and they're 40-day months. There's 2 40-day months and an 80-day time span with an invisible 10-day period called a 10-day twilight period, so it's a total of 90 days, which is also a biblical time span that is laid out in Exodus chapter 2 during the edicts of Pharaoh to kill the baby boys. Moses' mother, it says, she hid him for 3 months, and then she saw that she could no longer hide him. She sent him on the river, and that's this time span. And yesterday was the 16th day of Av, so that would correspond to this box. I asked the question yesterday. There are certain numbers that on that very day, it has that number box. Most of them by far are not that way, because it's not going, it's not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it was doing that, then it would be obviously on the 7th day, it'll be in box 7, but no, it's 8, 17, 25, 34, and then 2, it cuts off at 40. So the fact that on the 16th day, it says 16, I think my guess would be it has to do with the number 8, because 16 is 2 times 8, and if you're doing 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9, so you're not really adding 9. You're not subtracting 8, you're staying at 8. Because the moment you add the 9, you add an 8. You add 9 and it just stays like an 8. Maybe an 8.5. I'm not sure, but the point is that if you do that, and I don't know why when you cut it off at 40, because you cut it off at 40, so that I would think would further increase the odds of it not being the right number. I mean, I'm saying in a crass way because I don't really understand math that well. I just like math. I don't understand it that well, if that makes any sense. But anyway, 16 is a special number, and I asked the question that in the incense portion, it talks about the Ketoret, and it talks about in the Braita and Kritos, it says that Elaine, sorry Tziporan de Chelbina, Halivona, and sorry the balsam. I think sorry is I'm not sure yet. Sorry Tziporan, clove, I think. I'm not sure. So I'll just say the Hebrew ones. Sorry Tziporan, Chelbina, Livona is frankincense. That I know. And it says Mishkal Shivim Manet, 70. That 70 is like 7 right here. 7 is like 70. And Hakosh name Asar Kilufash, no. Mor Ktsiya Shibol Ner. Mor could be like Mur. Mor Ktsiya Kasha Shibol Ner. They translate spikenard. Shibol Nerd. Sounds kind of the same. Shisha Asar Maneh, 16. Look, 7 is next to 16. That was my question yesterday. But what's interesting is that yesterday, this is meant for it was meant for trading and the financial world, cryptocurrency especially. And what's interesting is that I had a certain amount of money that I gave somebody, and the amount was 7716. That exact amount. Now, there's a rule, and it's called folding and splitting. If something is like 7, you can take those 2 7s, you can fold them into one. It's imaginative. It's not for quantifying anything. It's not measuring out things. It's just identifying things. But if you think about it, on the day of 7 and then 16 in this box, if there was an amount of money that was $7,716, and it came on this 716, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And it was that exact day. It wasn't. Now today is the day afterwards, but the rule in this thing is that you can connect the day before. You get a free pass if you're off. I mean, if it happened on that day, because sometimes it takes you a day to realize something. That's factored in as well. That's what allows you to go one box over. Now, I'm working on ways that you can even go the next box over. There should be rules that keep it in line. It shouldn't be just a free-for-all, but so that's interesting. That was a connection between yesterday. And yesterday also I came in contact with someone who the numerical value of their name is 13. And today is in box 13 on the Gregorian calendar. So those who know Gematria, probably you can guess a female name that equals 13. And if you do, then that's it. It's probably the only name in the whole, it's it. No one's named Echad, so yeah, you got it. Ahava. So 13 happened yesterday, except we're in box today. But again, the rule allows you to go back into that box is considered today. So those are the two connections, and basically giving you an idea of what this Gematriatic calendar is supposed to do.